everybody, it's Anna. Welcome to the Thursday card and this week's tarot story. Today we have our first major arcana card for the week, so our first big life lesson, and it is death. So when death comes up in the tarot, if you read the tarot literally, which I never do, you might think that it means you're going to die. But when I read about death in the tarot, I read it as a major transition. Death always leads to resurrection. It leads to new life. So it actually is a very positive card in my estimation. So if we look at the card, we see there's a skeleton knight. He's coming into town. These people are, they're kind of scared on the side, as you might expect. This fella has already been knocked down, and he had a crown on his head. His crown is off his head. So when I see the death card, what it tells me is we are overthrowing an old oppressor, an old tyrant. This old way of being is coming to an end. It's dying off. We're killing it off, staging a coup so we can start something new. And actually in the background here over the city, you can see there's a sunrise. And that tells us that as this old tyrant is knocked down, the crown falls off his head, a new dawn is coming. So when this card shows up, it tells me that we are being invited into a death sequence. The death of something that is oppressing us, that is controlling us, that's limiting us, that's getting in our way. So there quite literally can be in your head the voice of a tyrant telling you, you shouldn't do that, you should, do this, don't do that. It's not, you're not allowed to do these things. So there's a voice that's actually dictating to you what is possible. And now we're ready to get rid of that voice and to create room for more possibility. So what occurs to me is this week we started off with some pentacle cards, which were about like minding our own resources and noticing where we're over investing in places that don't really benefit us or even the world, like taking the burdens of other people's lives on us, feeling responsible for other people, building people up when they're just not taking care of themselves, like that kind of thing. And then yesterday's card was the 10 of Cups. And I talked about how that gives us a different vision of how we can better the world. It's not through us giving our resources up, our energy up, or sacrificing ourselves for others, but us following our own intuitive voice, listening to our own emotional fulfillment, and following that instinct for connection, that as we do that, when we complete that work, it creates this amazing experience of openness and possibility for other people as well. So great impact we have on the world is actually being self-referential, like following our own instincts, recognizing that as we do that for a time, we're not really following other people's lead. We're not taking care of them. We're taking responsibility for them. That's true. But as we move deeper and deeper into our own expansion and freedom, we end up creating that for everyone around us. We're actually changing the soup around us to be more free of joy, full of joy and possibility. So this card suggests to me that there may be something in our heads telling us that's very selfish. It's not okay to do that. We need to kind of keep our heads down and keep sacrificing for the sake of other people. That it's not okay for you to want to be happy or to seek out your own happiness or to take steps to disinvest from other people in order to invest in yourself. That's not acceptable. So that voice that's telling us that's not okay and we're being selfish and being horrible people would be possibly the tyrant we're ready to get rid of. So consider what voice is getting in the way in your head that's telling you can't do this, you can't do that, telling you that, basically judging you for that and saying you can't invest in yourself and be a good person, because basically what that's doing is keeping you locked in a status quo posture of, at least from the first two pentacle cards, of kind of constantly feeling energetically impoverished or even impoverished with literal money. It's keeping you in a state of impoverishment, which means you're not able to do bigger things. If you can get rid of this tyrant, you can see like the sunrise comes and you realize expansion is possible. It's possible to have more abundance and more joy and more happiness and bring that to the world. The world is not set up atomically where there's only like this one pie, and if I get more of the pie, you get less of the pie. Actually, as we get rid of our tyrants and we expand, we increase the size of the pie. So that's the gift you bring to humanity. You make the pie bigger and bigger and bigger, and that gives other people the opportunity to get more of the pie themselves if they want to. So consider what's the voice in your head that you're ready to kind of knock his crown off, and how the new beginning you're willing to commit to. I'll see you tomorrow for our last card. Bye. Hey everybody, thank you for watching my channel. If you want more content from me, please check in with my Patreon community, or you can check out my new book, The Gospel According to Tarot. The details are listed below. Hope to see you soon. Bye.